First of all, there's the farmers. They produce the agricultural products, and then there's the buyer of these agricultural products, namely the ITC, which is our company. And then at the middle part, there's a middleman, the service of the middleman, the agent. Here, the main finding is that this agent service is non-value adding. What makes the problems more serious is that there's no transparency. And the problem is that this middleman can easily manipulate the price charged from buyers and farmers. And with eChopo, there will be an online portal that facilitates direct trade between farmers and ITC. And the ITC business units, which is responsible for buying all these agricultural products. There's an online platform that cuts all the non-value adding middleman services. The online platform will contain all the information about the commodities prices, so that the farmer will clearly know about the price. The transparency will be increased as everything is made online, and everyone can go to the net, to web portal to check with the information.
When implementing the mission, here we suggest 2 steps. The first one is to generate profits, and second, we have to cut the cost. So, for the first aspect, how can IBD, which is the main corporation who's dealing about eChopo, which is a subsidiary under the main company, how can they continue to earn profits and to show to the shareholders that we are really profit-making companies? Currently, the company earns from trading between farmers at the cost, and as the cost of middleman is eliminated.
What I'm going to talk about is the challenges lying ahead and how are we going to solve them. Well, after our analysis, challenges can be divided into 3 parts. First, human infrastructure. Well, there is one key factor in the human infrastructure part, which is so-called Centralog. Well, you may not know what it is. I will explain to you. Centralog is the managers acted as a window between the farmers and the rest of the world. However, there is also a possibility of bribery, and once corruption occurs, the window would be blocked. So how are we going to solve this problem? First, we should start from the selection process, we should start with the selection process. We strongly suggest that we should place more emphasis on the attitudes as well as integrity than the capabilities of the candidates, since an honest man is needed in the first place. Secondly, we should also seek more village input, asking the farmers' opinions about which candidate to choose from, so that the Centralog selected will be more competent and considerate to the poor farmers' needs.
The remaining issue is the communications issue, because we've just mentioned that for physical infrastructure, we're going to seek the help of the banks, so that we should ensure maximum transparency. Although we are we're kind of showing social responsibility, we are also an enterprise, so we should make everything as transparent as possible. So all of society could view that we've actually input these efforts, and every penny they have put into this company is put to the best use. Moreover, we would like to show to the public that because we are doing something that has a socially responsible nature, it might be pretty slow. It might not be like investing in the stock market, because we are building these electronic terminals in the remote villages. It takes time, but you need to be patient. We will report to you at every stage, say every quarter or every year, our progress. And this would actually enhance the public confidence in this company, and this would actually increase their investment in this company, which would eventually benefit the rural Indians.
Would you infer that CSR is a cost or a revenue-generating strategy?
I would like to say that this case has its special features, because this company, in a sense, is like a utility company, because it, in a sense, provides kind of monopoly over the village, because this terminal is, in a sense, a monopolistic product. Once I build this terminal, there's economically no longer feasible for others to build this terminal. So I think in this case, it's like a monopolistic firm. And for all monopolistic firms, they should be subject to government regulation. And in another sense, they should show their pretty much social responsibility. But like in a broader sense, we could infer that corporate social responsibility is both a cost that would help you deserve respect over the broader community, and it's also a cause of generating profit, because you would, in certain sense, you would have better access to capital. This is this point ethical investing, because right now we didn't have enough time to elaborate on it, and I will speed on it pretty fast. It's basically like, because you know there's capital constraints in this situation, so we're going to appeal to the, especially in the Western countries, there are plenty of investment funds that base their investment principles on ethical investing, that select companies based on corporate social responsibility. So by practicing the CSR, we would be able to open up a broader fundraising channel to the outside world, and we would eventually achieve better performance for our company, which would eventually benefit the broader peasant class in India.
The question I have to build on Teresa's question is that if, for instance, you have this channel to access to the peasants in India, if I'm a competing company, I have lots of products I want to sell to the peasants to enrich their lives, insurance, what have you. I'm willing to pay the peasants actually higher prices for the grain as well, because I feel that they're worth it. I feel that I still make a very healthy profit. Would you open up your channel for me to access those peasants, which obviously from the peasants' point of view is better, from the enrichment of the products you offer is better? Would you do that?
Because the company itself is not an insurance company, so by producing, as I've mentioned, they have produced provide the insurance policy to the farmers. How do they do so? Actually, they have the partners who they have incorporated the insurance company into their part of their partners, and then the insurance company will help to measure the risk and the management and how to for the return, and the company itself actually is a platform and a channel. And for the long run, you may want to ask, would our company lose the comparative advantage? However, I'm ensure that our company will never give up their licensed platform. And even if we have other partners who are providing products to the peasants by our platforms, we can still earn the money by providing the transaction fees and also the middleman's transaction cost.
And besides, as we've already mentioned, that this business involves a large amount of initial costs, initial investments. So we believe that there is an entry barrier to other competitors, since we've already made the huge amount of investments.